Speaker.
Oh. And don't forget, they were counting 1 hour via the coffee break, and they were counting. Also, don't forget that. Made a big job. I now announce the results.
Slowly, because Silvia has to sign.
So 58.
Okay, you can announce. Silvia is ready.
Silvia, you're ready? Are you ready? Then I can announce the results. Election of the vice presidents. 11 candidates, 8 open positions. Total votes cast, 70. Votes not valid, 2. Abstentions, 0. Valid votes to be counted, 68. And here are the votes. Mirko Botulia, 22. Martin de Graaf, 58. Jean-Marc Denis, 48. Juhani Halme, 56. Martin Zlatovskis, 36. Silvio Manicardi, 45. Nicolette Olariu, 40. Stepan Pershin, 12. Michal Sikora, 58. Jan Stovicek, 45. Ingrida Visukiene, 15. You got it?
No second ballot.
No second ballot, so these are the results. So congratulations to those who have been elected and will form the new Management Council. Officially, who will get this voting paper? Yeah, okay. So now we continue with the election of the 3 auditors. As you see, there are just 3 candidates. Mr. Laurent Delbrück, Vadim Kopilov, and Tapio Nevala. And every candidate has 2 minutes to make a short presentation. And I start with Laurent Delbrück.
Yes, Mr. President, only 1 minute. Congratulations for you. I have already done this job during 6 years. It was a very nice period. We had a good cooperation with my 2 colleagues, and on the first place, a very good cooperation with the team, the people at the office in Rome. We hope we can work together in the future on the same way. Thank you.
Thank you, Laurent. And may I ask now Vadim Kopilov, Mr. Vadim Kopilov, to present himself on the podium.
Дорогие друзья, уважаемые коллеги, меня зовут Вадим Копылов. Я по профессии инженер-экономист, имею ученую степень в области экономики и финансов. Если я устраиваю вас по прошлой работе как профессионал, и если моя работа была достаточно принципиальна, то я думаю, что вы поддержите меня. Всем большое спасибо, особенно своим коллегам, с которыми я работал, и поздравляю всех новоизбранных. Спасибо.
Thank you very much, Vadim. And now ask Tapio Nevala to come to the podium and speak to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Tapio Nevala, President of Finnish Motorcycle Federation. My education is lawyer, but I'm now track owner. I have been auditor for 3 years, and I agree everything what Laurent said. Thank you.
Tapio, thank you very much, short and precise. So, 3 candidates, 3 open posts. And when you agree, I don't see abstention, I don't see against, so we are all happy with that, unanimous. Thank you very much. Congratulations to our old 3 new auditors. Thank you very much. And now we move on. 16, election of the judicial panel. 6 candidates, 5 open, 5 vacant posts. One information that Ms. Nushka Yarman is not present, but according to the statutes, where for other positions you have to be present at your first election, this is not foreseen in this case. Is not foreseen for the judicial panel. So therefore, it is no problem. It makes no difference that Ms. Nushka Yarman is not here, just to have that in mind. And now we can have a presentation of the candidates, and I'd like to start with Mr. Jiří Janak.
Thank you, Mr. President. Dear delegates, my name is Jiří Janák. I am a practicing attorney at law in Prague, capital of Czech Republic. I am also chairman of the disciplinary commission of the Auto Club of the Czech Republic and lawyer to Auto Club of the Czech Republic. I have been serving in judicial panel for last 4 years, of a judicial panel of FIM Europe for last 4 years. And I hope that I will be able to work in this panel for another election period. So thank you for your votes.
Thank you very much, Jiří. And now next is Manuel Maninero. Manuel, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President, and congratulations for your re-election. Mr. President of FIM, all delegates, dear friends. My name is Manuel Marinheiro. Mes félicitations à la Fédération française pour votre excellent accueil et cette organisation. Monsieur Jacques Boll, Sébastien, et j'espère que France continue sa victoire, il est 4-2, et j'espère bien qu'on se peut rencontrer le prochain jeu de français avec Portugal. Concerning my candidacy to the judicial panel, I would like to say to you that, first of all, I have a passion for motorbikes since I know me. I was a former rider of enduro riders. I did 6-7 national championships. I always ride motorbikes still now. I take them to work, for fun, and for sure in representation of my federation. I'm the president of the Portuguese Federation. Luckily we have lots of events that we can attend and we can organize, and I'm really proud to make possible people to see and attend our sport. I've been serving FIM Europe since 2011 in the judicial panel, also in FIM in the judicial panels, also since 2013. And so I present myself to you, and I kindly ask your support because I think I have the experience and the knowledge, and of course, and mainly the passion for motorcycling, so we can do an excellent job together and continue forward and together. Thank you.
Thank you, Manuel. May I ask now the next, Mr. Theodoros Rachiotis.
Thank you, sir. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I'm very glad to attend the General Committee, the General Assembly of FIM Europe. I'm Theodore Rachiotis. I'm a lawyer. I come from Athens, Greece, as you know. I'm an owner of a small, I'm partner of a private law firm in Athens, consisting of 3 partners and 3 associates, and I'm specializing in commercial and civil law. I'm married with a 19-year-old daughter, and I speak English. И тоже я разговариваю немножко по-русски. Let me refer to my personal relationship with the world of motorcycles. First of all, I'm an everyday motorcycle rider, a motorcycle user. I own a Honda Transalp for my everyday transportation, but also I own a Yamaha WRF for my not everyday use. I must confess that at weekends I try to catch up with younger riders on the dirt track, and sometimes I manage it. But now I have to tell you that I'm also familiar to the races, to the world of races, as I used to participate in enduro races until 2010. My relationship with the Greek Federation is that I'm president of the Disciplinary Commission and also president of the Appeal Commission. If I'm given the opportunity to attend the judicial panel, I'll try to combine 28 years of experience as a lawyer and also many years of experience as a sports judge, along with the mentality, the vivid mentality of a rider and an athlete. But most of all, I can assure you that I'll try to fulfill the requirements of the post, the requirements of the office, and also to honor the proposal of my federation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Theodoros. And now, Mr. Rodolfo Romeo.
Somebody loses glasses here. Is it yours? Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleague, dear friend, my name is Rudolph Romeo, and I am a lawyer to the High Court in Rome. I teach to the Rome University. Since 1990, I've been a judge in the Italian Federation as well as the international one. Since 22, I've been a member of FIM Europe Judicial Panel, which I am currently honored to chair. I am president of Moto Club Roma, one of the oldest clubs in the world, which this year is 105 years old. But above all, I'm a passionate motorcyclist. Therefore, I know who use the motorcycle, and I share the same problems. Perhaps someone of you can remember that I have dealt with now FIM Europe, since before its establishment, studying together with other friends, Francesco Zerbi, Vincenzo Mazzi, Jean-Pierre Mougin, and other, assumption and goal to our continental union, hoped to achieve. Let me say that I'm convinced that such goals have been largely achieved, and I hope to have made a modest contribution. Obviously, there are still a lot to be done and improve, and I hope that I will still have a chance to continue my best in order to support FIM Europe. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rodolfo. And now, the sixth in line is Mr. Hanno Tuomainen.
Hello, everybody. Friends seen and unseen. Nice to meet you again. Okay, short presentation. I'm Hannu Tuomainen from Helsinki, Finland, practicing attorney in my own law firm in Helsinki. And I'm from SML, Finnish Federation. I've been member of this FIM Europe Judicial panel for 2 years, and I'm also the chairman of Finnish SML's petition board. So it's our disciplinary committee, and I've been working for that committee, I think, about 6 years. And I would like to continue in this task here, so I'm asking your support. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Hannu. And now the same procedure as before. Voting.
Scrutineers in position.
Same procedure as
For
the
the
whole
last time.
afternoon.
Thank you again to the scrutineers. We start. Andorra, Mr. Courbelieu. Austria, Mrs. Neuhauser. Belarus, Mr. Visokis. Belgium, Mr. Rentmeesters. Bosnia-Herzegovina, Mr. Bajramovic. Bulgaria, Mr. Nikolov. Non c'è? Croatia, Mr. Lafter. Czech Republic, Mr. Naus. Denmark, Mr. Ulm. Estonia, Mr. Kais. Finland, Mr. Lundqvist. France, Mr. Berthaud.
Das ist gut, das ist ein gutes Ergebnis.
Fyrom, Mr. Trajkowski. Germany, Mr. Kreuz. Great Britain, Mr. Collins. Greece, Mr. Kalaitsis. Hungary, Mrs. Jolyomi. Israel, Mr. Zlomiansky. Italy, Mr. Copioli. Latvia, Mr. Freivalds. Lithuania, Mr. Benediktavicius. Luxembourg, Mr. Kaufmann. Moldavia, Mr. Golovicin. Monaco, Mr. Poirier. Montenegro, Mrs. Lukic. Netherlands, Mr. Mulder. Norway, Mrs. Westby. Poland, Mr. Witkowski. Portugal, Mr. Marquez. Romania, Mr. Olariu. Russia, Mr. Zeus. Serbia, Mr. Mihailovic. Slovakia, Mr. Lazar. Slovenia, Mr. Breznik. Spain, Mr. Garcia. Sweden, Mr. Wessling. Switzerland, Mr. Clement. Turkey, Mr. Akulke. Ukraine, Mr. Yakimchuk.
Okay, now I ask the scrutineers to go for the last time, leave the room and make the counting. And this time I assume that it's maybe a bit faster, there's less candidates. And I hope in a very short time we will get this information. I think your applause is really well deserved for the scrutineers. Okay, Silvia is ready. This means I can announce the results. Election of the judicial panel, 6 candidates, 5 open positions. Total votes cast, 70. Votes not valid, 2. Abstentions, 0. Valid votes to be counted, 68. And here are the results. Mr. Jiří Janak, 37. Mrs. Nushka Yerman, 29. Mr. Manuel Marinero, 58. Mr. Theodoros Rachiotis, 48. Mr. Rodolfo Romeo, 51. Mr. Hannu Tuomainen, 61. Mrs. Nushka Yerman is not elected. The other 5 are elected. Congratulations. So, and thanks a lot for the scrutineers. You had a big job to do. It took you a while to count it, but thanks for that. And it's important, whenever it comes to elections, they have to be 100% precise. Nothing else is possible and acceptable. So let's move on with the agenda, which is now 17. Is a proposal received by Amotoe. Amotoe has the floor.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, our proposal was to have a voting booth in order to secure the secrecy of voting. As you all can see, our proposal is already a fact. We are very happy to see these 2 voting booths and a voting box. So we will not insist on saying anything else, but we only want to have one thing getting cleared. The reason of our suggestion to the General Assembly was not to make the voting procedure more complicated. On the contrary, our intention was that the procedures of the General Assembly should be of the highest level and reliability, and this is one of the ways to achieve it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Theodoros, for your statement. I think you all could see that the level now of this voting procedure was really top-notch, was first class, and everything what we expect from a vote in democracy, I think, has been achieved. So also thanks for your proposal, because as you see, things have been improved, and I think we can all be very happy for that. Evaristo, thank you very much. Next one is 18 proposal received by the Cyprus Federation. You have the floor.
Hi, everyone. My name is Annetos Koumasi. I'm the Cyprus Motorcycle Federation president. I know that I don't know if everyone knows where Cyprus is. We are in the middle of Mediterranean. The most of you, as we speak in these days, that you came in 2007 in Cyprus to the Congress, FIM Congress in Cyprus. I am elected 3 months now in Cyprus Motorcycle Federation as president, and those many years that I'm in Council of Cyprus Federation, we had a big problem. We didn't have a connection to mainland in Europe by ships. The only way that we have to come in Europe is only on planes, on airplanes. For that, we lose too many opportunities to participate in many races or activities or any other that FIM can do, and also tourings. Many motorcycles, they can't come in Europe to make the tours. For that, we ask everybody if we ask to FIM Europe if there is something that we can do for that, and if because you know everybody we know that to do this is only financial, because the ships, they don't want to come in Cyprus because it's not we don't have enough people that is going to do these tourings. But if we start it slowly, we're going to grow up this, and more people are going to come in Europe from Cyprus, and also the European citizens are going to come in Cyprus too. I want just to tell that everybody to know, and in case of asking Europe, FIM Europe, in some companies they interested to travel in Cyprus with their ships to promote it, so to can use this for us. This is our. That's why we say this question. If something that Europe can say as now as President Mr. Auckland, if something can be, this guy is going to be happy for us. Thank you very much.
Tzanetos, thank you. So first of all, also congratulations that you have been elected president of your country. And of course, we know Cyprus. We had a Congress there. So Cyprus is not forgotten. It's not, we know it. But you also understand that your situation is not that easy. Because when you have no really connection with the bridge or whatever, you need to fly. We know that very well. So what we do and what I can offer you to do, that tomorrow is a Management Council meeting. We will talk about it and maybe then give it to some commissions, working groups, because we want you on board. We want you on board. And this is our aim. So I think you made your position very clear. I think the delegates understood your request that you do not want to be forgotten somewhere in the middle of the sea. You are not forgotten. We'll talk about it, and we hope to find something what is okay for all of us, and also especially for you. Is that okay? Evaristo, thank you. Item 19 on the agenda is a proposal from SWIMO. Please go ahead.
Mr. President, members of the board, motorcycle friends, my intention was that this should be a very simple proposal and a very simple decision. However, things have become a bit complicated. I'll get into that pretty soon. But the proposal concerns the statutes and the aims for our organization. And we feel that we should clearly state that this is a sport open for both men and women. Because as I say in the proposal, that's where we can have a real growth among women. And we must clearly state that this is a sport for both sexes. So that was the simple part. However, having a discussion with our president, and congratulations, by the way, we found out that to change the statutes, we need an extraordinary General Assembly. This is an ordinary General Assembly. So we can vote, in my opinion, and we can see if you all support the proposal. If you do, we probably can, according to Mr. Serb, our president, have an extraordinary General Assembly during the FIM General Assembly in December. I hope that you support the proposal and that we could go that direction. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Håkan. You made your point very clear. As Håkan has mentioned, we have spoken about it the day before, and what I've said to him, why don't you make something big? Why don't you make a huge conference in Stockholm? Women in motorsport. We take also Sophia, we take Michelle Motot, we take Susie Stoddard or Susie Wolf now, we take our girls to make it really big with your government, co-hosted by Svemo and by us, make it really big because then we get huge attention. And I think this is maybe something even better when we achieve in total. And you could also hear it today that also I said, we need women in commissions. This is, bring them. Yeah, of course, Håkan. The door is really, really open for that.
Yes, Mr. President, we are happy to organize a big conference together with the FIM Europe in Stockholm or any other city concerning the role of women in our sport, the motorcycle sport. We're happy to do that. But to do that, I think we also need to put our money where our mouth is. That is, that we need a change in our statutes to clearly state where we stand in this position. And if we take this vote today and have an extraordinary General Assembly during the FIM General Assembly, we clearly do that. We will be happy to start working on a conference in Stockholm sometime in early spring, I would say. Thank you.
Håkan, your proposal has been discussed internally, although with the lawyer. We cannot vote today on that. So, but we are ready for Andorra. We are ready, like we did in Berlin. It's a 15, 20 minutes, whatever, extraordinary General Assembly, and there we can do it in the correct formal way. In general, when you look to our statutes, I think there's a need to revise them in total. Perfectly right. And what we would like to do, take the stakeholders, take you, take the federations, take, as I say many times, I take the Pope of international statutes, who is somebody who knows statutes of sport federations, European, worldwide. And with his advice, it would help us a lot. Because, you know, when just we do it, we don't have really this highly sophisticated legal knowledge, but this is what I ask you. Go for Andorra, no worries, no problem about it. But you know me, I like to be 100% formal, correct, that everything is in line. So go for Andorra, and we work on this conference, maybe whenever, Stockholm, Malmö, it's your choice. Co-hosted by you and by us. Is that okay? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So then So now we are on 20 of the agenda, which reads next congresses. And next in line is the presentation of Croatia of Zagreb. May I ask you to take the floor and present the Congress in Zagreb 2019.
Ladies and gentlemen, dobrodošli u Kroaciju, dobrodošli u Hrvatsku 2019.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I would very warmly to invite you in Croatia, in Zagreb, next year, 2019.
Hvala Francuskom motociklističkom savezu na dobro organiziranom današnjem i inače druženju kojeg imamo. Nadam se i vjerujem da ćemo i mi u Hrvatskoj, u Zagrebu, to organizirati na istoj razini.
We would like to thank you really very much to the French Federation for the nice Congress, and we hope that we will do on the same or better way next year in Zagreb. Thank you very much.
Može film ako... Hvala vam na dolasku u Zagreb, u Hrvatsku, zemlju turizma i motociklizma.
Thank you very much for coming to Zagreb, to the Croatia, the land of the tourism and motorcycling. Thank you very much.
Thank you, but also to make it formally and legally correct, we talk Zagreb from 4 to 6 July next year. Zagreb, Croatia. Remarks, questions? So, and now we come to the approval. If you're against, you show your red card. It's not the case. Abstention. Light. I need the lights. I need the lights in the room. If you're against, red card is not the case. Abstention, white card. So, therefore, unanimously approved. Next year is the Congress in Zagreb. Congratulations. And I should not forget to mention, because last year we got a proposal from the Russian Federation and for the Croatian Federation, so for the same year. And then there was a discussion between Russia and Croatia, and then Russia stepped back. Because what is really not nice, when the Federation invites us to a Congress, and then we have to vote between two federations. And you cannot be a loser when you're coordinated enough to invite us. So therefore, I'm very happy about the Russian Federation that you stepped back and you gave Croatia the chance to organize this Congress. Also to you, Alexander, thank you very much for that. This was highly appreciated. So this was 19, and now we have one more, which is, yeah, Pascal. It's okay. Thank you for that. So now we talk 2020, Prague. And who will present Prague? This is Jan Stovicek. Jan, go ahead. Lights down.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, ACCR is one of the oldest national motorcycling federations. We have been founded already in 1904 as a club of motorcyclists, and from 1905 we are an umbrella for both motorcycling and automobile sport. We have currently something like 15,000 members. We have more than 900 clubs in all the country which take care about motorcycling sport, and we are one of the strongest national motorcycling federations in Central and Eastern Europe. Today, ACCR is member of international federations, of course, of the FIM Europe, and we are also members of the FIA, of the FIVA, International Federation of Ancient Vehicles, and we are also members of CIK, which is the Commission of the FIA for karting. So our activities are very large. We have around 2,500 riders. We have 350 licensed officials. We organize 42 national championships. And in total, we run every year over 200 national races and 15 events at the level of European and World Championship. One of the most important tasks we have today is taking care of our talents, of our youngsters, of the grassroots of motorcycling sport. So we try to prepare the future champions representing our country in the best disciplines, in the best championship in the world. We have academies in mini GP racing, we have academies in motocross, and we try to develop a new generation that will bring us in the future successes from both MotoGP, MXGP and other big international championships. We are glad our candidacy for the Congress is supported by such legends like Květoslav Mašita, 10 times European champion and 6 times International 6 Days of Enduro winner, and of course member of the FIM International Hall of Fame.
Jako ambasádor kongresu vám slibuji, že to bude jízda. See you in Prague.
We appreciate the support of the city of Prague, represented by its mayor, Mr. Oldřich Lomecký.
Prague is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. I'm sure it's a place with a very inspirational atmosphere. I'm looking forward to seeing you here in city with unforgettable atmosphere and lovely people.
The Congress will take place between the 9th and the 12th of July 2020, so please save the date. We will show you some of the best spots in Prague. We will stay in Corinthia Hotel, which is one of the finest hotels in Prague. We will take you for a cocktail party to our clubhouse, and of course we will take you for a nice dinner to Prague Castle.
Okay, thank you very much. So it was our invitation to Czech Republic, to Prague, a short presentation of ACCR. I'm proud that I can be here as ACCR president today, and I can invite you for this Congress. You are warmly welcome, of course. But I believe we will meet during this year, maybe during next year, at other occasions, of course, motorcycling sport. And I hope you will have the opportunity to visit some of nice events which we organize in Czech Republic. We have MotoGP, we had World Superbike, we have MXGP, we have Speedway Grand Prix, we will have the Trial of Nations this year. So I hope we will meet there, and not only after 2 years in Prague at the Congress. Maybe you are still asking yourself a question, why in Prague? So maybe can I ask for switching off the lights again and having the second part of the video, please?
Prague, why here? There is thousands of reasons.
Because it's gonna be right. Because my Prague lives with the speed.
Because we know how to connect people together.
Because we have a friendly and top hospitals. Because it's a place to be.
Because Prague is hearth of motorcycle sport in Czech Republic.
Because we have pretty girls.
Because it's true.
Because we take care about you.
Because you will love it here.
Because there is maybe 1,000 of reasons. For example, we have the best beer in the world. Cheers. And see you in Prague.
Thank you. I hope you are convinced now by this last year. Thank you.
Jan, this was a very, very special presentation. Excellent job. So I don't think it will take a long time to ask this audience. Against? Abstention? Not the case. This means 2020 July. See you all in Prague for a wonderful Congress. Děkuji. Thank you very much. Anybody else? 21, 22, 23? The pipeline is long. We are ready for that. Anybody else who would like to take the floor and invite us? If that's not the case, now we are clear with our congresses, 19 and 20, and then probably next year we will see something else. So this was 20 on the agenda. It's also checked. And now, closing this assembly, there's some information from your side.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. So the very last information for you. The bus departure for the dinner is from the West Hotel and Bed and Breakfast Hotel at 7:10.
At 19:10? No? 20 minutes. We're in racing. We are racers. Okay, so to make that now real short, it's now a long time since 1:30. Don't break everything down. It makes no sense. Yeah, curre. Don't destroy the room. So, it was a long day. It was a great Congress. Thank you very much for that. Congratulations to those who have been elected. Let me just close this Congress. Now everybody gets ready in the room, and then 19:10 CMS time departure for a wonderful gala night hosted by the French Federation. Thank you very much. It's Family picture, Management Council. Family picture, new Management Council.